So, Garden Warfare 1 is peak. It still is peak. Still is a fantastic fucking game. So is Garden Warfare 2, for that matter. Which I see its Illusion is also platinum that, but I'm not watching that. At least not today. I'll probably watch it later. I platinumed 2. I didn't platinum 1. Because when I was playing 1 actively, I was like 6. So I didn't platinum anything. But I have fond memories of both the games. But I have a nostalgia for Garden Warfare 1 that I don't have for 2. So in my mind, 1 is actually better. They had a really good thing going. It's a pity that they decided to
Alright, so I'm currently
shit on it by shadow dropping fucking, what's it called? Battle for Neighborville.
trying to platinum every single type of EA game that there is out there. And
Holy fuck, dude. Why would you do that? Why? Oh.
if I can't do it before the channel hits 1 million subscribers, then my punishment is I have to platinum Fortnite. One of the longest, hardest, and most grindy games of
I vaguely remember some of these. It's a lot of Save the Worlds. I think it's all Save the World stuff, actually. Save the World gets really grindy.
all time. So make sure to drop a like.
If I remember correctly, one of them is like save 100,000 survivors or some shit, and there's like 3 survivors per 20-minute mission, so it's fucking crazy.
Anyways, today I got the Platinum Trophy on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, the first Garden Warfare game in the trilogy of them, and my god,
We don't
this was
recognize
nostalgic. Many of you
Battle
watching
for
this will have
Neighborville.
definitely played Garden Warfare in the past, or at least heard of it, seeing as it's one of the best multiplayer shooters of the past decade. I have some insanely good and nostalgic memories of the Garden Warfare games, so playing this to Platinum today was one of the most fun times I've had in a long time playing video games.
It actually, at least on console, it still has a lot of people playing it. Same with Garden Warfare 2. A lot of people on console still play it. Now, you wouldn't play Garden Warfare 2 on PC because there's a lot of hackers. However, there are still active lobbies in Garden Warfare 2 to this day.
The trophies are arguably a bit annoying and grindy with how much online play is needed for the majority of them. It was
It's
still
not
an
like
absolute
game.
blast to complete. But in total, Garden Warfare has 46 trophies including the Platinum, spanning across multiplayer, Garden Ops, and every single character of the game has a certain
Maxed
trophy
out, I
tied to
think.
them. At least one, that is. Oh my god! But starting off today, I began the Platinum grind by going for trophies inside of stages
Why did you start as Cactus of all fucking things? What? Okay.
1 and sort of 2 and 4. Now I say all 3 of these because all 3 of the stages relate to the multiplayer trophies, which is what I am trying to nail out first and how I went about dividing the trophy list in 2. Splitting Garden Ops and multiplayer apart from each other because the modes do not translate at all, seeing as they are
Also, admittedly, in Garden Warfare 1, Garden Ops was kind of barren.
very different. Segregation, if you will. Bring it back. I'm just kidding. Or am I? But anyways, the first trophy I got was just from getting my very first kill on a zombie inside of a competitive mode, which just means against real people. Garden Warfare doesn't have an actual ranked mode, if you are wondering, but that would have been something as a child to begin to sweat. They yearn for
They
it.
should
But anyways,
release
once
Garden Warfare 3 and it's just ranked and fucking Battle Royale or some shit.
getting my first kill inside of my first match on Team Vanquish, which is one of the 2 more populated modes in 2025, and thankfully it's also one of the modes
I would imagine the only 2 population modes are Team Vanquish and what's capture or it's not King of the Hill, what's it called? Turf Takeover.
5 times for a trophy much later on. But I got that kill with the Cactus because the very first class specific trophy of the game is relating to the Cactus
You
character.
killed an
It's
all-star.
called Making Popcorn, and it's from using the Cactus's drone ability and the Corn
You don't
Strike
have-
special move on enemies. Now at first I forgot
You don't have
how you unlock this because after many years passed and playing a lot more of Garden Warfare 2 than the first one, I didn't remember the unlock methods this game had. It is quite odd, to be honest. Your character
yeah, leveling system in this game was kind of fucking weird.
starts off with 0 abilities
You
besides the
would get 3 like chores essentially related to that character, and you'd have to complete them to level up. It's really weird.
one given to you, and you have to do challenges to level up and unlock more abilities. Yes, you heard me right. You have to complete challenges to unlock abilities on your already base character setup.
Also-
and there isn't even an XP system in this game at all, which is one of the more odd things Plants vs. Zombies
Later,
Garden Warfare has when comparing it to the other
the
two
challenges just get
series. But once
obnoxious.
I did manage to unlock the drone for the Cactus, I at first believed that this trophy just asked for me to get 10 kills with the drone, which was a feat in its own because the drone isn't really the strongest tool.
Also,
in the
the
shed.
movement
Literally
on the
being
drone
able
was
to get
really
hit
weird.
one time before breaking. But after a while, I reread the trophy description description, I would end up noticing that while using the drone, I needed to also wait for the corn strike to unlock.
Oh, he's in
which
Drone
was laid
Wars.
out before, and the reason I was doing this all wrong. But all you have to do is just wait a little bit for it to be usable, and then try your best to line up as many enemies as possible within the corn strike.
I have
and
such good
thankfully,
memories
unlike
of
some
this
other
map.
class trophies, this one is accumulative, so you don't need to do them all in one single match, which saved my ass because getting kills with the corn strike is low-key hard as a motherfucker.
Yeah, because
this is a
it
PG
falls
channel
down
now,
when you
by the way.
wait,
But
like,
I ended up just loading my second
4
PS5 account
seconds
into a
before they
match
go
with
off.
myself, and I would just slowly farm 1 kill at a
Okay.
time with the corn strike, and it was a pretty good method, to be honest. We love boosting, don't we? And once I got my 10th
it's
kill,
him?
the trophy popped
Oh,
right here. And
that's
literally
sad.
right after that, I just used a character token on the pea shooter, which skips the
On the
challenge
pea
needed for it to
shooter.
level up, by the way. But it put me to level 5 overall, and that was a trophy. Your overall level, by the way, in this game is just the sum of all of your characters' levels added together. So when you see a level 300 like I did numerous times today, you know they are genuinely a virgin, and that's
Morty.
mathematically proven. Anyways,
What do you mean a
we played out that
virgin? No, they're not. They probably slam and ham all the fucking time. If their Garden Warfare is their life, bro. There's no game better than Garden Warfare.
match I was in, using the pea shooter for
Except
the final
maybe Garden
moments of
Warfare
it.
2,
We low-key
but
got
that's
our
up for
asses
debate.
kicked, which is tragic, but I got given a streak boast, which is a little award for the player who got the most
Highest
streak
streak.
kills in the match. No clue
Yeah.
how I did this, but it was a trophy, so W me for being a god at video games.
Oh, does
And
every
right away in
boast
my
have a
following
streak?
match, I got a trophy
Or
for
does
killing
every
a plane
boast
for
have a
the first
trophy?
time, which is the counterpart to the zombie kill trophy I got earlier. So the next class trophy I would chase down was called Garden Dioxide from getting a double kill with the ZPG strike
That's
playing
easy.
as the field soldier. This is the rifle type character you can play as when being the zombie team, and the ZPG strike is the rocket launcher on the back of yourself that does good damage, but unless it's a
It
direct
one-shots
hit, you won't
most
typically kill
things.
the player, just hurt their feelings. So I did end up logging on another alt account of mine to help boost this, but even with 2 completely AFK players, it ended up being quite the challenge due to the soldier being very fucking slow, and me having to cross through the
He gets
entire map without
faster
picking up
later.
players in the other team's attention.
He gets
also, my
faster.
own teammates were ruthlessly abusing my poor AFK alt accounts. It's Illusion Lover 2 did not deserve that treatment, is all I will say. So I eventually left that Team Vanquish map and really brainstormed how I could get into a lobby without needing to deal with annoying players online, simply enjoying their life, not having to suffer for trophies like I do. And I came up with the brilliant idea of just playing a mode that seemed weird, or at least not popular in the big 2025, which makes this game over a decade
No
old.
one pays
And I
Taco
decided to try the
Bandits.
mode Taco Bandits, a mode where the entire goal is to steal tacos and take them back to your own side. Now I assume this was a dead mode because the game is so old and nobody is logging on to play this in 2025, but also since ICE was really going after it in America, I figured that could also play a part.
What did he say?
That was a good joke.
And it turns out I was right, baby. So I then sluggishly got my 2 accounts in this mode with myself, and now we are having a threesome.
Hey.
Also, I managed to get the double kill with the ZPG, literally easy as shit, and here it is. I then brainstormed what else I could do in this newfound private lobby for trophy so I could just enjoy playing the game in this tedious stage. And I decided to use the pea shooter and go for the trophy called Split Pea Zombie Soup from getting 10 kills with the Gatling gun in 1 match. However, unfortunately, due to my current
In
method
one
of boosting,
match.
it wasn't that fast, and I picked literally the fastest game mode in Garden Warfare, so I would end up just running out of time before being able to get 10 kills in a session. Thankfully, I did get a trophy still, but just from being the Vanquish Master in a game, which is given to you if you get the most kills, obviously. And then on the next round, I did manage to get the trophy. I also came up with a better method of boosting than to
What a
have the
revive.
enemies all respawn.
You should have picked
and
a
me having to
scientist for your other character then.
run them over myself.
revive
Instead,
faster.
I just killed one dude over and over and had the other controller revive the character, which was very fast indeed. God, I'm low-key surprised by my problem-solving skills. Maybe school did teach me something. Anyways, moving on to the next class trophy, I did the scientist one called Stick on You from getting 10 kills with the sticky explodey ball. Yes, that's a real tool in the game, and I love sticky things. But I would also end up going to a different dead mode called Gnome Bomb, because the Taco mode's time limit was too fast for my liking, and the Gnome Bomb time limit is twice as much, so it was a perfect match. And I just did the usual boosting shit. Unfortunately, though, some random person joined, and I have to wonder why. Just
that
why?
three
And why stay
sunflowers?
in the match if nobody is fighting you or even playing the game? Boosting lobbies are not fun. I don't really enjoy doing
It's because Garden Warfare is just a fucking vibe, man.
them. I just do them to get the trophy so I don't have to lose my shit more than I already do. But
It's
even though
like VR chat when you're not in a horny server. It's just a fucking vibe.
this absolute cretin was abusing my poor sunflowers, justice for Sunflower in the comments, please. I did still manage to get 10 kills with the stick explodey ball. The trophy also is not a single session trophy, so it didn't really matter too much that I did it all in one, but I did. And once the match ended with a kid winning it for us because he's just so good, I got a first strike boast for getting the first kill in a match, but I did it 3 times, that was also a trophy. And I actually just continued on this lobby despite having this tard in there with me. He ended up not bothering me and my alt accounts too much and just focused on winning the match by objective. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The
Alright.
one player who plays objective in online games. Holy shit. But I just farmed the All-Star Zombies trophies next, which is from getting 5 kills with
Why isn't he unlocking new characters? Or like new abilities? He could have used Ultra Tackle, that would have been better.
tackle and in one match. Honestly, this trophy is probably hard to without boosting because the sprint tackle, while good, is not a one-use kill, and I hate to damage the poor sunflowers before torturing them.
Well, no, usually you do kill with tackle, with Ultra Tackle.
So easy dubs. And finally, I made it to that last trophy that has to be done on real players in a real match,
Heal,
and not in Garden
yeah.
Ops, for example, which is where you can farm some other trophies. But it was called Sun Heals from using the Sunflower, Her Majesty, and healing teammates 25 times in one match. And this is very easily done in a real game because 25 times just means like a second or two of healing for it to count as one time.
Yeah,
but I just
ticks.
farmed it anyways myself to make sure I got it and could just play normally when going for those tedious trophies once more. Once doing the trophy though, it popped and then I moved on to stage 4 for good this time to grind out the tedious trophies can be. So the first of 2 trophies I grinded out or went for was called TVM Veteran, or Team Vanquish Veteran, I think. I'm not sure what else that could stand for, but holy shit. Anyways, this trophy is from winning 25 matches of Team Vanquish. And this is just your traditional first to 50 kills mode. Most of the matches I played were full, so that was a huge help in speeding this up. But also, most of the matches were
What
very
is he doing with his coins?
one-sided. Almost all the time, a team would take an early lead, and if you were a smart player, you just swap teams to them, which made it even more of a stark difference. And that's also the method for both of these win match trophies. Just swap over to the team that looks like it has an edge, because you just need to be on the winning team for a win to count, not actually playing the entire match with them. So if you want to do this the fast way, just swap teams when possible if you're getting butt like an aspiring OnlyFans star. About halfway through the grind of wins, which getting 25 by the way took me around 6 hours.
Oh, he got spike weed.
I ended up just using my 10th challenge skip on characters, which got me a trophy called Consume This Too. Kind of sus, not gonna lie. But yeah, the next trophy I did get was just from winning the 25 matches, and there's also not a single miscellaneous trophy inside of this mode, which is very odd considering the Gardens and Graveyards mode has a ton of them. Anyways, though, winning these 25 Team Vanquish rounds wasn't horrible, just took a long time to do, but once I did win the 25th one, I got the trophy. There also is not a tracker to see how many you've won or lost, so I was very surprised when it popped and very thankful indeed. So then I did begin grinding out the 25 wins inside of Gardens and Graveyards.
Please, I beg you, just start unlocking characters.
Mode is much longer in comparison to Team
Especially
Vanquish.
if you unlock the better ones, your life will be so much easier.
Most of the time.
Like
And
Toxic
unless
P,
you get a perfect
Agent P,
win, most matches take around 20 to 30 minutes to
Camo
complete, especially if
Cactus,
you prioritize being an attacker or a zombie. Playing as the
Count
plants is usually a
Chompula
better or
or
safer
Hot
bet than
Rod.
winning, and I think I won most of my games as the plants. But I actually got a ton of trophies while playing this mode because it has a lot of side things inside of it. Most of these trophies were related to the new pot
Sunflower.
feature in this mode.
Shadow-
you can plant little AI plants inside of pots as the plant team,
Not
and they
Shadow
then defend the
Petal, what's her
objective
name?
for you. Some of them are also super good, and I got a
Shadow
trophy which I
Flower,
did
I
just
think.
simply plant a pot for the first time. But as the zombies, their corresponding version of this is raising zombie AI from the dead to fight for you and go for the objective and enemies. And naturally, they are also very good, especially when using the more rare zombies that are gotten.
Holy!
A few of them take forever to kill as a plant, and I know firsthand how annoying that can be to deal with. But you also do get a trophy from just summoning a zombie in Gardens and Graveyards for the first
I'm
time.
lonely.
I then got another trophy only a few minutes later from summoning 5 zombies in one
I wonder how
section.
difficult would this be to 100% on Steam? Because I don't think anyone is playing this on Steam, right? Here, I'll check.
Which is very easy because you get a lot of opportunities to do this unless your match ends
Steam
on the first
player
Gardens
count.
defense. But that was it for the trophies in this match for a hot minute, and then for quite a few matches after that. I then just kept on playing, going through the rounds, winning most, losing some. Thanks to the team swapping feature though, it made it so I won almost every round typically, which was a giant W. But I would end up getting an assist master boast 5 times after this match I was on ended. And this just meant I got the most assists out of anyone in the round. Kind of a flex, but also
The fuck? What? Oh. What? Is it is there a free weekend this month? Yeah, if it's ever 0 to servers are down. Garden Warfare 1 isn't there. Is it not on Steam? Is it in
so
EA
kind of
store
not
only?
because that means I got my kills taken more than anyone else also. So yeah, that's the pessimistic view. And on some random match after as the plane still, we finally ended up getting a perfect win, which meant we succeeded in defending the first garden. And this is actually quite hard to do because this one has the longest time limit out
seems
of
to
any
only
of them.
be
So we
on,
basically just got
I'm
forever,
guessing
but didn't
EA
break,
store.
damn it. Here's that trophy though. That was a bad analogy. It's hot outside. I can't concentrate right now. I also ended up finally playing
Interesting.
as these zombies for a good while, and I chose to run it as the engineer, who is unironically one of my most favorite characters in this game now. The dude is like
What? No one likes the engineer. At least in Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2, I could see why you'd like him. But... What?
like low-key goated and does crazy damage while having good mobility, and I was just an idiot using these soldiers the whole time. But there's also
Yeah, he
a
has a
trophy for
guaranteed
building
crit
3
if you
Zombot
get a direct
turrets in a
hit.
single session. These are the alternate form of raising zombies from the dead that only the engineer can do, and you can only summon them in around the portals you can make to speed up respawns for your team on the point. But getting 3 is very easy, and here's the trophy once I did.
Because
do
every
that. My
teleporter
team would
has
then end up
3 around
capturing a
them.
point, and I actually had never been on the point when they did while playing as a zombie. But there's a trophy from just capturing a point, which I got right here as
Bro
well.
just
And I'm
doesn't
shocked
pay
I hadn't done it
objective.
yet. But still in the same round, only a few minutes later, I built my 3rd teleporter in a session of gardens and graveyards, which was also a trophy. W Engineer, bro, is stat padding my PSN account right now. You'll love to see it. And as I was just using him, I ended up really going after those damn plants. And while riding the Engineer's jackhammer ability, you can also freely
Yeah.
shoot your gun. Which
The
at
thing
first
this
I thought
video is reminding me of is I was going to do 100% video on Achilles Survivor, but as I was editing it, I realized that a lot of the footage is just fluff. Like, Survivor games are really easy to 100%, but holy shit, they're so monotonous, and they're just not fun to watch. So I think I want to scrap that one, and I'll probably do like Borderlands 4 or something, but we'll see. I'll have to see the achievements, because I know Borderlands always has multiplayer achievements. So I'll have to see. I was thinking of doing the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines before 2 come out. Then I looked it up and apparently Masquerade doesn't even have fucking achievements, at least on Steam. On GOG it might, because I know it's on GOG, so I'll have to check that.
you couldn't do because I thought the jackhammer was like a running over ability and not just a momentum one. But there's a trophy called Jackhammer Rush from getting 10 kills while riding the jackhammer. And as I said, you can just shoot freely while doing it. The jackhammer also lasts a considerable time, longer than I can, so that's a fun fact for you.
Wait. It's illusion.
Once I got my 10th kill right here, the trophy popped. I then swapped over to plants because seeing as I've gotten like 4 trophies in this one round, I felt like banging out more. And as a plant, if you destroy teleporter and gardens and graveyards, you get a trophy. And yes, I did destroy my own teleporter that I built. Simply playing the system, if you will. But destroying them takes quite a bit of effort since they have a high HP. However, once done, the trophy pops.
Yeah, they are
I
pretty
then took my
fucking
plant
tanky.
ass back to the garden and planted 5 plants in one session because nobody else had planted yet, and it's ridiculous.
'Cause no one
Crazy
plays
Dave would
objective,
be
no one wants
dissatisfied
to.
with us. But that is also a trophy if you didn't
By
know
the way,
from
this
the
map was in Garden Warfare 2. It was in one of the last updates. They added a lot of the Garden Warfare 1 maps.
plants planted in one session.
So,
now still playing as the plants, I would end up getting another
something
trophy
to
against these zombies and
think
related
about.
to the engineer still. Remember those little turrets you can place as the engineer? Yeah, if you destroy them as a plant 10 times, it's a trophy. And those turrets also do a lot of damage, so be a bit careful, but it's not too much of a worry. And here's the trophy pile, which I did destroy 10 of them. I would then grind the absolute out of this mode because I basically have every trophy now that's gotten through combat actions and kills.
Where
just
is
needing
he?
to win
Oh.
those 25 matches of gardens and graveyards now. And I'm not gonna lie, this one took forever. I can't recall if I mentioned how long it took me to do this, but it was about 2 or 3 more hours than it took me to get the 25 wins in Team Vanquish. So almost 10 hours was spent on this mode
Yeah,
alone,
Team
and it
Vanquish can be
crippled my
quite long.
soul quite literally. I also had to go to bed and then wake up the next day to get the trophy because it was my bedtime, sadly. But when I did wake up, I got it. so
He's
that's
not a
cool.
real.
And once I
Oh
won
look,
the
he started opening packs. He's not a real gamer. A real gamer would have just locked in and gotten the achievement. I did that once for Total War Warhammer. I was getting a total victory as dwarves. It took me 4 hours. It was in the middle of a pre-existing run. It took me 4 hours. I was awake until like 5 a.m. It was not a fun time.
25th match, the trophy popped. Thank you, baby Jesus. So I then moved on to stage 3, which is the Garden Ops stage of the trophy guide. And I am also working on a Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 Platinum video right now on the side. So I have played quite a bit of that already, and I can tell you this much. The crazy difficulty in that game is considerably harder than the crazy difficulty in this game. And that's mostly the reason as to why Garden Warfare is only a 3 out of 10 in difficulty.
Yeah, Garden Warfare 2 is much harder and more bosses in general.
There's also a very good method to getting this mode done easily, which I did follow, and it basically just has you and your friends play the Sharkbite Shores map, and then use the most left garden for your defense, then jump up on the arch near it because the zombies can't hit you up there. And before we go any further,
Oh,
I
the
would say
AI
huge
just
thank
shits
you
the
to
bed.
everyone that played with me and helped me get the dub. Spoiler, we did it first try as well, which is kind of funny. Also, Garden Ops goes by so quick in this game, and the full 10 waves took well under 40 minutes to complete, which was even better. If you aren't aware of what Garden Ops is, by the way, it's basically
Tower
just an
defense.
actual zombies type game mode, but instead of like Call of Duty zombies coming after you to kill you, they're coming after the garden to destroy that. There is also a few rounds that have a slot machine pick if you get bosses and what
Every
bosses
5
and that,
rounds,
but
yeah.
overall it's very simple. Not
Well, a
overly
boss every
challenging.
5
However,
rounds.
the final
Sometimes
wave, which
maybe
is
on the
wave
3rd
11,
round
is
they
an
might do
exfil round, and exfilling on
an extra.
crazy is actually kind of crazy. I don't think any of us actually survived it, but I was the last one alive and I died right at the end, and then I spammed the out of Self-Revive, which I think worked, and we escaped. I don't really know because nothing on my screen came up, but I did get all the trophies from Crazy Difficulty, which do stack, so that's a giant W. Now, the next 4 trophies I chased down from the Garden Ops stage all related to me taking out bosses. And we actually fought all of these in the previous round, but you have to be the person to get the last hit on the boss for it to count as your kill on the boss. So I just made sure to really shove my bullets into the bosses this time. Also, these trophies are advised to be done on solo mode, but I chose to stick with the boys because I felt bad leaving them all limp dick-like. But the first boss I took down was the Disco Zombie. I have PTSD from this in my Plants vs. Zombies video, and I'm not kidding. It felt great to kill it and get the trophy. I then took down both the Yeti, which is just a frozen homeless meth addict, and the Gargantuar, who resembles your mother without makeup on. We then finished out that round once again, actually making it alive this time, and then I threw it on easy difficulty for the next round, because the last trophy I really need here is from passing a super boss wave. Now these are a bit RNG as well, unfortunately.
That is very
but a
RNG,
super boss
yeah.
wave happens when the slot machine hits 3 bosses in a row. And I didn't get it at round 5, but at round 10 I did on the next match we were playing. You could definitely say luck was on my side today, and I would probably agree. But it was just the disco boss, which is probably the easiest of them all, so that made it even more simple for us to complete it.
Yeah, he has the lowest health
Now,
and he
before
doesn't
going after the
fucking
last few
freeze you.
cleanup trophies I had, I decided to spend some money to speed up a few trophies related
Oh?
to class levels and player level. The trophy called Going Strong, which is from reaching rank 50, is probably the last trophy most people get if they went for the platinum, because it takes a lot of challenges to get that done with if you don't use
Yeah, see, yeah, a lot of people have that one, but most people don't, like, speed run the game. They always try and speed run the platinum. So they wouldn't need to spend money. You don't need to. Yeah, see, like, stuff like this, like Vanquish 3 players, you do get a lot of easy ones, but every now and again, you will get one that's just complete bullshit that you would use your challenge skips on.
use skips. But those skip challenge cards can also be bought, not directly, but rather through certain card packs in the sticker shop of Garden Warfare.
Gotcha,
and after
bro.
buying a lot of coins, much more than I probably should have, I managed to get all the skips I needed. I feel bad inside, like there's a hole now. Actually, that's just my wallet. But yeah, I just bought a ton of skips, got every plant to level 5, then every zombie to level 5. I also used the
He could have saved like $20 if he just spent like 20 minutes a character.
I hit to level 10 for that trophy. Then I finally pushed myself up to level 50 for that trophy as well, finishing off every trophy related to levels in the game. So I now only have 4 more trophies remaining that are actually related to combat and specific killing of real players. The first was from the Chomper and swallowing 10 snared zombies in a session, which I did boost and some people joined, making it kind of annoying. However, it was a literal child with 2014 in their name, so I can't even be mad. At least the younger generation
It's
is
an
playing
11-year-old.
Peak is all I can say. The one's getting 10 kills, the trophy popped. I then got joined by a legend named X Morty and GeneX, who helped me greatly boost these 2 trophies in the game along with my alt accounts, called Hunting Season and Weed Whacker. Both of them require you to get 100 kills on every single type of plant and every single type of zombie. Also, to make this worse, there isn't any trackers to say what number of kills you were at, so I was completely guessing, and this led to me getting 100 on every single class just to make sure. Because if I have learned anything from trophy hunting, it's that you never want to do a trophy with just saying, yeah, I probably have enough. You want to make sure. So this took me multiple hours to do, and huge thanks to both of them for devoting their time out of their day to help me. It really did help a lot, and I can't say thanks enough. Seriously, I mean it. The one's getting 100 with every character.
How many times did you buy this game?
I got both these trophies, and here they are. I then got my last combat trophy from blowing up 10 plant pots on a dead lobby of gardens and graveyards with the ZRG, and here is that finally. So I only have 3 trophies remaining before the platinum now.
What
2
is
of
it,
them are from
Revive
getting
Master?
Revive Master Boast 5
Yeah,
times
Heal
and
Master
Heal
Boast.
Master Boast
Yeah.
3 times. And the last one is from Garden Ops actually, and just self-reviving 10 times, but that's super easy to
At
do.
least for him, no one, if you were to do this in an actual lobby, no one fucking heals or revives, so it would have been easy.
So to get both of those boasting trophies, I actually loaded up that taco mode with X Morty, my boy, and I just had him win it as fast as possible while also stopping to kill my alt account so I could both heal it and revive it, making myself get both of those boasts at the end of the game, which worked great actually, and I got the Heal Master trophy first because it only required 3 of them, whereas the Revive Master required 5, so that came 2 matches later, and here it is once I did pop it. Now finally, I just loaded up Garden Ops on crazy difficulty a few times to die and self-revive. You can only use 3 in a single match, however, so I did have to reset a few times. But once doing the final revive, I got the trophy, and the platinum trophy popped on Plants vs. Zombies Garden
Fun
Warfare.
Dead
The
Legionnaire.
legendary, nostalgic, peak gaming experience.
Only
has been
1% of
completed.
people
So
have
yeah,
it.
that was
I
the
figured it would have been a lot more.
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare platinum.
2, I would say 2 is more fun, but there's 3 achievements I can think of off the top of my head that are absolutely fucking grim. So he will have fun with those. I'll put it to watch later, and I'll watch it like next stream or something. But yeah, maybe I'll 100% Garden Warfare on stream one day. I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of want to get a PlayStation just for troll, because I think the PlayStation trophies is a much better way to do achievements. Like I think it's much more impressive to say, oh, I platinumed Dark Souls or something than saying, oh, I've 100%ed it. It's like, oh, the platinum just has aura, you know? The 100% is like, oh, that's just kind of fucking weird.
Platinum Trophy experience. I love these games so much, and it really hurts me to hear all the hate on the newest one, that being Battle for Neighborville.
Battle for Neighborville isn't as bad as people say it is, but fuck me, man, it's not great. It's very shit. And it's very sad that we will probably never get another Garden Warfare because I think it was PopCap Vancouver was making them. That team just doesn't exist anymore. It got disbanded. So, and like you've seen Plants vs Zombies 3, the fucking limbo that game is in. And they're remaking PvZ 1, which I think they will make money from it off of sheer like nostalgia. But it yeah, they're not going to turn a huge profit, so I think that very well could be the last Plants vs Zombies game, which is very, very sad. That was a cool video, bro. Can't wait to watch Garden Warfare 2 one. That's going to be a lot more entertaining.